So I don't know where the footage is where I made my intro. Like, I made this really cool, elaborate intro. I updated you guys on my life, everything. It got deleted somehow, I don't know. But anyways, imagine me saying this. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah. Here's me talking about my crazy elementary school, middle school memories, and I just literally dive into it, so yeah, bye. So the other day, I drove by my old middle school, and that was pretty nostalgic, but also creepy because I just started getting bombarded with all of these insane memories, and I sit here and I'm like, that school wasn't that bad, but then when you sit and you think and you remember all of the weird shit that school made me do. So I'm gonna just share why I think that school is a cult. And I'm not just saying that, but yeah, let's just dive in. I'm done talking.
Oh, I'm about to dive in.
I was at this school from kindergarten to 8th grade, so I'm gonna be sharing like these little things that this school would make us do, but then the end of this video is gonna be like the grand finale, like the biggest fucking incident that happened at this school. Since I was an ignorant ass bitch at the time, I didn't know that any of this shit was weird, but now when I sit down now and reflect on all the weird shit that school made us do, it was just so weird because everywhere that we went, we had to be in a straight single file line. We couldn't talk when we were in line, we couldn't turn around, and we had a line leader, which was pretty common in elementary school, but like the person who was the line leader of the week was the most annoying piece of shit ever. Like they literally thought that they were the king of the earth, the king of the fucking class. Like, shut up, Jeremy.
No one cares you're line leader, Jeremy. Just sit down and don't talk about it for just 2 minutes.
I think I'm a little salty because I've always wanted to be line leader and I never was. We had to vote who we thought could be the line leader of the week. Like, no one thought I had it in me, but I knew I did. So just think about it. There's like a school with a bunch of lines of kids lined up, walking like we're sergeants. The like courtyard of the school was creepy as hell because it was silent and just a bunch of classes walking by, and you couldn't like say hey to your friends in Mrs. Jones' class because you had to like be straightforward, like walking right behind this person. It was weird, but at the time I just thought it was normal. I'm like, oh, we're just in line, like can't talk, like don't talk to me, Jessica, like we're in line. Are you kidding me? Like, absurd. Are you serious? And the teacher would stand outside, wait for us to be silent and straight in line. If one person was a little bit out of line, she would just stand there and wait, and then Brandon would be like, yo, Jeremy, get the fuck, like you're a little out of line, like that's why we're not moving. When everyone was perfectly in line with each other, then our teacher would be like, all right, let's go, and we had to be silent. If we talked one time, our teacher would turn around and like wait and be like, I'll wait, and everyone would be like, Brandon, shut up. And when Brandon would shut the fuck up, then we would continue, and then when we would get in the class, she would give a lecture to Brandon and be like,
class, you guys need to hold each other accountable. This time it was Brandon's fault. No class points for you guys. Like, Brandon, you should think about what you did.
like, what? So weird. We were forced to do band. Band wasn't like a class that you signed up for and it was like a little fun thing. Everyone at least had to try band. It was horrid. Like, some people had no musical skill whatsoever. They still were forced to do band. So me not thinking anything of the situation, I went and I got a flute, okay? And I just wanted to be that cute bitch playing the flute, you know? And my band teacher, we would all be playing a song as a band. If she heard one little thing wrong, she knew who it was and would call you out in front of the whole class. She made me feel so insecure with my flute. If I messed up one little note, her ass would stop the band, call me out and be like, was that an F sharp? Or an F? Like, I'm pretty sure I heard an F sharp, but what does it say on your little thing? It should be an F. And I'd be like, okay, sorry, like, you don't really teach me much. I was so frustrated with life knowing that I had to go to that class every day, I couldn't do it anymore. I literally lost my mind. My mom had to go to the office and I dropped out of band. And there was this little class called non-band. It was either you're going to band or you're going to non-band. There was no in between. It was weird. And in non-band, there was only like 9 kids. When you're in non-band, you just feel like a loser. You couldn't get up and use the bathroom. You had to go to the bathroom before or after class. There's this really hot kid named Dylan. I probably shouldn't say that because we were like in 6th grade, but he was super fun. He moved away, but I wonder what happened to him. Don't even get me started on lunchtime. Holy shit, lunchtime. So when you're a kid and it's lunchtime, you're like, oh my god, fun times. I get to hang out with my friends, eat lunch, talk about the day, talk about my crush Jared. Lunch at this school was not a lunch. At lunchtime, you had to sit at the same table as your class, okay? Which could be fine, okay? Until I dropped this info on you. We had to sit alphabetical order at lunchtime. Alphabetical order. My besties were in different classrooms. It honestly kind of worked out in my favor because the 2 guys that I had a crush on, I was right in the middle of them. Jace, his last name started with an A-R. Jace was right here. Me, Baska, right here. And the other guy that I liked, Zeke, his last name was Cox. So it was like, and I was sitting between my 2 crushes. That was the only good thing about lunch. But the thing is though, I couldn't even like have normal conversations with these 2 beautiful boys because we couldn't talk normally. We had to whisper. It was called quiet eating time. Yeah, they didn't want the lunchroom to get too loud, too rambunctious for whatever reason. Another thing is if you got out of your seat going over to your friend to talk to them, you would be sent to the wall in front of everyone and just stand there the rest of the lunchtime. If you were caught talking to your friend at another table from across the way, you would get sent to the wall. The only way you can get out of your seat is to get milk or get juice. There was no in between. You had to stay there. You couldn't even go to the bathroom. It was before or after lunch. What? Lunch should be a safe, sacred place where you don't feel like you have to hold your fluids inside of you until you break down crying. Like there were bitches in there that would cry because they had to pee so bad, but we had to wait till recess. And then when you would ask the lunch security monitors if you go to the bathroom, they'd be like,
well, why didn't you go before?
It's like, because I didn't have to go then, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
I totally forgot to mention this, but if we couldn't handle the whisper time, like if we got too rowdy, they would turn off the lights completely and we would have to eat lunch in silence in the dark. It was creepy as shit, but we had to do that and it was called silent eating time. And we had to do that for the rest of lunch. It was horrid. Anyway.
6th grade was the year that there was like the elementary school over here, and then when you're in 6th grade, you get moved to the middle school building, and everyone's like, oh my god, we're in the middle school building. And what was lit about 6th grade was our classrooms were upstairs. So we had the whole upstairs to ourselves. This was 6th grade territory. No one messed with us, all right? And then downstairs was like the cool 7th and 8th graders, like with their lockers and shit. We didn't have lockers upstairs. On the side of the middle school building, there was a staircase, a really tall staircase that went to the top where all the 6th grade classrooms are. So the 6th grade class would just line up in their classroom lines, and the teachers would just be chilling at the top, you know, so that we could like go up the stairs to our classrooms, you know. But the weird thing about this though, each class had to be in a straight single file line, no talking, had to stare straight into the person in front of you's back, which gave me so much anxiety because I'm like, can you see my dandruff? Like, holy shit. Especially when I had a ponytail on, I'd be like, ew, they're like looking at my neck right now. Like, they're like observing every little thing on my neck. Because I know I was doing that to the person in front of me. So it was kind of like a train of people, like all these kids just thinking that, like, why am I staring at this bitch's neck? Like, why can't I just look at the trees or the sky or anywhere else? Like, so as you're standing there staring at the back of Brandon's nasty ass head, You've got these teachers above you that are standing there watching us, talking to each other like, which line do you think is the straightest? Which line do you think deserves to go up first? If your class got called first, you felt like champions. You're going up those stairs and you're looking back at the other classes and you're like, we got picked first, bitch. Like, it's freezing. And if your class got picked last, holy shit, I could make a rap about this. Your teacher would make you feel like garbage when you got into the room. It would be dead quiet because everybody knew what just happened. Everybody knew that your class failed. Our teacher would sit down at his desk and just fold his arms, look so disappointed and be like, this is the third week. This is the third Monday in a row we have been picked last. Mrs. Tedderud's class has been picked first for the past 4 weeks. Why can't you guys be more like Mrs. Tedderud's class? You know, I honestly just think you guys don't have faith in yourself, all right? This is a reality check. Slowly giving up on you guys. I think that we can come back, but honestly, think about what you did for about 2 minutes. Put your heads down. Think about what you did. They would make you feel like absolute scum. I feel like going to that school kind of just stirred up this weird anxiety in me. Just all the time, just always feeling like I wasn't good enough, almost, which was so weird. And schools shouldn't make you feel like that. My principal of this middle school and elementary school kind of gave me some weird vibes just the whole time I went to that school. Just weird vibes, very creepy, very soft-spoken, but very strict but soft-spoken, kind of just really weird vibes. This happened like a few years after I graduated 8th grade, so I think I was like a sophomore in high school. I went to a public high school now. The principal from that middle school was caught watching gay porn in his office. I don't know if they caught him in the act of watching it or if it was in his search history or something, but he was caught watching gay porn and it's just really ironic. But yeah, he got fired from that job and he was so embarrassed. He moved away to, I think he's in the Dominican Republic now. I don't even know. He like fled the country. I could literally go on about this damn school, but it would be like a 2-hour video. So I might do like a part 2, and I kind of want to make a part 2 with Ashlyn because she went to that school too. We like went through that together. So yeah, if you can relate to any of this shit, if you went to a crazy private school, then comment your experiences. I'm really curious what you guys went through growing up, elementary school, middle school. I miss making these sit-down videos. I love talking to you guys one-on-one. It's my fave. So I'm gonna be doing that more also. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every Saturday. Yeah. Stay rad, stay bad.